Hey, what's going on? I just want to touch bases and speak upon something that I realized. Oh, I had a breakthrough today, y'all. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. I'm trying to put this in words that are easy to understand. Okay, so I have an anger issue with the human race, right? And I've had it for years. I mean, for the past 2 years, I have really been struggling with this. Ever since I left the church, I have been just angry. And the reason why is because human beings as a collective whole, I feel, in my opinion, are so self-destructive and self-loathing and destructive in general. We destroy this earth. We destroy this planet. We just very hateful and selfish and unconscious. And a lot of people walk around sleepwalking. And the reason I get angry is because I'm frustrated because my caring about these people makes me want to just shake the shit out of them. Like, wake the fuck up. Don't you see what's in front of your face? And a lot of people just don't see reality. They're just asleep. So, I mean, I grip when I see the news and I see people getting killed and senseless crimes and, all type of political bullshit and President Obama and healthcare reform and all this bullshit and the man with the golden voice being put on his pedestal and just kids being exploited on reality shows and fat people on TV. And I mean, I can go on and on. Preachers and sex scandals, and I just be like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? And I harbor this anger. It's not a resentment. It's more of a frustration of, why don't you do right, as a human race? And I was watching this video today, and the lady was talking about 2012. And, everybody's ascension in consciousness and, just ascending to another level in spiritual consciousness and spiritual awareness. And she was saying not to worry about the people that are unconscious and sleep because they'll be all right. Everybody will eventually get there. The thing that she said that was really profound to me is she said, what is mankind going to do when they find out there is no savior? They're supposed to save themselves. And it put me in a place, and it said that people that are aware of what's going on, their job is to help other people get there. So I guess my frustration lies in even thinking maybe this is my job to help people get there. But who the fuck is listening any motherfucking way? And out of all the spiritual videos I do, I could do like a bunch of stupid ass videos and they'll get thousands of hits. I do a spiritual video and 20 people watch it. But, it put me in a position like that's okay. Let them stay asleep and they'll wake up in their own time. So basically I was thinking about how people are at different levels in their spiritual journey. And that one of the keys to me in my level is accepting people around me for who they are. I am really working with acceptance right now. I was telling a friend that the people in my life that can rattle my chain the most and make me feed off of stupid ass emotions that are really illusions anyway is my wife and my daughter, because I have expectations put on them. I want so much for them. And then I have the urge to protect them. So I'll be like, just listen to what I'm saying because I can see the future. I am very foresighted. Is that a word? I have the gift of foresight, the gift of insight, and the gift of hindsight. And by me having this gift of foresight where I can see the future based on somebody's personality, it's almost like being psychic because that's basically what they're doing. But I can see which road you're finna go down. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to stop and get me some food because I'm hungry. I had to, I can see which road you're going to go down. And it's like, I'm trying to warn you, don't go that way, don't go that way. But by me working in acceptance means that I have to accept that you have to follow your own path and go down the road that you need to go to get to where you need to be. I guess what I can do is be there to support you if you need me, but stop forcing myself to force you to get to see what I see, because I'm realizing that the majority of people are not going to see what I see. And then it said another thing about children. The video was talking about children. Said children will be all right regardless. Children have their own guides set up, and they'll be all right regardless. I guess I'm impatient because, I want the world to stop destroying itself. And Mother Nature is fighting back right now. She is getting mad, baby. There's all types of floods and tornadoes and earthquakes and twisters in the middle of fucking January and mudslides all over the place. Yeah, she about sick of these people messing with her, destroying what was perfectly put into place. But you, as everybody who probably is watching this stuff, this was all predestined. This was all meant to be. I am becoming accepting of people who don't think like me. I'm becoming accepting of people who don't understand me, because that's okay. It's not meant for you to understand. I don't understand you either. But yeah, I'm really in a good space right now, because I feel that in 2012, not only that, but even now, I years ago, I was reading something that said, even when the earth shifts consciously and spiritually in 2012, it's going to start happening in 2010. Well, I spent the whole year 2010 pregnant, trapped inside of my body, and it was awful. I was trapped in the bed too. So as I'm out the bed, this is January 2011. I feel so alive and free right now. I was sitting in the hospital lobby earlier today, and I was looking around at everybody, and instead of looking at them for their flaws, instead of looking at them like, you're a bitch, you're stuck up, you're judgmental. It's hard when you can see personality traits on people just by looking at them. That's what it is. I can see who they are, and I can see their insecurities, and I can see what they're trying to cover up, and it pisses me off, because I honestly feel like you're beautiful. Why are you trying to cover anything up? Your flaws are part of you. They're beautiful too. But instead of looking at them in disgust and going, this motherfucker is insecure, her looks, so she has to compensate by wearing all this materialistic shit, which is feeding into this materialistic universe, which is, totally beyond the point of even being in existence right now. I looked at her like, you gonna be alright? We're gonna be alright. Man, I'm sorry, I'm hungry. It was so freeing. It was such a wonderful feeling to let go. I had to let go of my daughter, because she's at this age where she's a teenager. She wants to explore her own identity. I have taught her to think so much outside of the box, that to see her jumping in the box so she can fit in and move around and, relate to people, when I know eventually she's going to go back outside the box and she don't relate to the average person. It's frustrating, but I'm working on letting it go. As far as my wife goes, she's not she's not where I am. I want to be able to share things with her. I want to be able for her to relate to things to me, and it frustrates me. And I'm like, don't you see this? Don't you see this? And she's like, no. But that's right. She's going to be all right. The church people, they're going to be all right. Buddhists, they're going to be all right. Just as long as I am appreciating each moment for what it is, and resting in awareness, and knowing the truth about who I am, and knowing the absolute truth, I'm going to be all right. And I feel like there's nothing that I have to do. I heard this thing today that was talking about truth seekers. It said, don't seek the truth. which is kind of an oxymoron to anybody who's even watching this video right now, because everybody who's even stumbling across this video, watching this video, is seeking some type of truth, where they've had to witness some type of untruth, or something just didn't sound right, or something just don't feel right, for them to step outside of what they were taught and start seeking other things. But I realized what that meant. You can want to know the truth. You can ask the universe to give you the truth, because that's exactly what I did. I asked the universe to open me up to the truth. And it poured downward. It literally poured downward. All of a sudden there were books coming to me and information being handed to me that I wasn't asking for. But I left myself open to the truth. So I say to you, instead of seeking the truth, leave yourself open to the truth. Do you understand what I'm saying? Allow yourself to be open-minded when you hear something that you don't quite understand. And there's certain vocabulary that somebody might use that you might not know what that means. But remember it, because you'll hear it again. If you heard it once, it was meant. You'll hear it again, and eventually you'll know what it means. And I would not only say be open to the truth, but don't force yourself to think a certain way. And don't stop. Don't think just because you stumbled upon some ancient Buddhist text that said that being a vegetarian, I'm just using this as an example, being a vegetarian and eating raw fruits and vegetables is the key to enlightenment, that's the only key to enlightenment. There are many keys to enlightenment. I mean, my key to enlightenment is the openness that I have in my heart for things. Some people study, some people meditate, some people do a little bit of everything. I do a little bit of everything. But just don't think you have to do certain things a certain way. Know that you, just like you are God and God is you, you are the universe and the universe is you. You are a creation and a creator. You are, I think my baby dropped my remote control. You are duality. Duality is really what it's all about. The yin and the yang, especially in this third dimension. And not only that, but I'm learning how to embrace the yin and the yang. Last week, I went on an evil streak, y'all. I was cussing my wife out 5-6 days straight, and I started enjoying it. I was giving her a hard time because I felt like things wasn't fair in my life. And then I realized it's not her, it's me. Because I wasn't accepting the fact that things were the way they were supposed to be. I was trying to force things to be the way I wanted them to be. So, lesson learned, I had to check myself. Not only that, but I had to replace it with acceptance of this is who I love regardless. So, just, as long as I keep that love in my heart, and I'm in a very good place to even do that, because every time I look at my babies, it's like, oh, I love them. It's filling me up with love. It's so wonderful, so great. So anyway, send me some videos. I want to know what you know. Anybody who comes across this, if you don't want to comment, that's cool. That's great. But, oh, baby crying, I gotta go. But send me some videos. Send me some things. Let me know what you know. And I'll let you know what I know. All right, y'all. Holla.